Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill, Henry Cairo.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
The wind of the pitch. 0-1. And the righty deals. And now it's even up. Looked like it was a little bit up. Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a pitch. Swung on, belted. Way back there. Gone. Randy Arozarena blasts one out. His 14th of the year. And that gives him a lead. It's 1-0.
Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the center fielder, Johan Rojas. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. The wind to kick the pitch. Fouled off. He was late.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And the pitch. Swing and a bouncer. Tosses to first. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Next for Cincinnati, Tyler Stevenson. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. That misses. 1-0. Good eye right there.
Oh, that two-seam fastball is a great pitch from a right-hander to a right-handed batter. Just really teases the inside part of the plate, runs in on the hands.
2-0, check swing, appeal to first. Nope, he held back. And there's ball 4.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Man at first, and the batter now is Joey Votto. 4th on the National League RBI leaderboard. First offering, and it just misses. Left-hand hitter waits. Now 1-1.
Ball, 1 strike.
Stevenson leads off first with 1 away. That one misses. 2 balls and a strike.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
And he deals. That one missed. Righty delivers. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Jake Fraley, the next to hit.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
That one fouled off. Foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To second, there's 1, and that's 2. Another look here at the solo shot leading off the ball game. It's now 1-0. Welcome back. And on the mound in this one, Nick Lodolo. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Esteban Quiroz, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And now the lefty just off the inside edge. And that one a little bit high. And there's a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. Went deep in the ball game last night. And first offering is fouled off. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
That hits the dirt, and the count is even 2-2. And Devers hits that one. Rojas has a beat on it. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Batting third, the right fielder.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Good eye right there. That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. And welcome back. Top of the 2nd, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, TJ Friedl. Here comes a pitch. That's through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Kicks and deals. And that one is in for a strike. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. The pitch. That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
In the air, left field, down the line, 1 away. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Noelvi Marte stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Next offering is in for a strike. And ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that's down and away. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Downstairs, and it misses. Ball 4.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Here's Nick Solak. First pitch doesn't find the zone. At the belt and fires. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The pitch. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Here's a 2-1. And another ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
So digging in, Spencer Steer. 2 for 8 in the series so far. And a foul ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground, right side. Into the outfield, base hit. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 2-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. And a foul ball. The 0-1. There's a strike. Solak at third. Steer at first. 1 gone. Hit on the ground might be 2. To second, that's 1. Their second double play already. This one ends the second inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the inning. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Kyle Schwarber. Chris, when you think of Kyle Schwarber, how about the impact in the playoffs? He's hit some iconic home runs. The one on top of the Wrigley Field scoreboard in the division series against the Cardinals in 2015, and then in 2022, 488 feet off Yu Darvish. It set a Petco Park record for distance. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting 5th, the shortstop.
Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Well, he's got what we call light tower power, and even when you have a guy like Bryce Harper on your team and you wow him with the home run, that says a whole lot.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. That's in for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
And a 1-1. There's the strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now 2-2. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His 19th home run of the year, and they're chipping away. It's 2-1.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So now here's the DH, Joey Meneses. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Strike 1.
0-1.
Ball 1 there.
1-1.
Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Gary Simmons. The 1-2. Now fly ball to right center. Friedel under it. And it's caught for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Brian Reynolds here. A switch hitter batting right. Well struck left field. And that's a base hit. The throw into second. Not in time. He's got a double.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And now it's William Contreras. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First pitch just misses. Runner leads away at second. That one missed.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
Good hitters count the 2-0. On the ground. And that's just foul. Man at second. That's off the mark. 3-1. Stephen Kwan waiting to hit for the Cubs. in for a strike. Now it's 3-2.
Hey, boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And here it comes. Out to short. Marte zips it to first, and that's the third out. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. All set for the start of the inning. And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. Rojas goes 6'1", 22 years old. And they traded for him earlier this year. First pitch, and he just misses.
Well, these Reds showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers kind of speak for themselves with the 4 walks. They've done a great job of not trying to do too much and just staying disciplined.
Ball to strike. The pitch. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And there's one down.
Another thing I love is how they've allowed the game to come to them. They're not forcing the issue when they're on offense. And when you force and get anxious, it starts being a lot more likely that you'll let those pitchers off the hook.
Stevenson at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1. That one drifts inside.
No strike.
Out towards right center field. Chasing after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Joey.
2 outs. Base is empty. Joey Votto, the next to hit for the Reds. He reached on a walk his first time. Votto throws right, bats left. A member of the 2,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Kicks and fires. And it is 2-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And the right-hander deals. On the ground. Heroes. The throw to first. That ends the frame. Reds down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here at Wrigley Field, set for the bottom of the third. Stepping in, Stephen Kwan. The MO for him is contact. A guy who's going to deliver average, not a ton of power. He's looking to hit a line drive somewhere.
Well, that's why it's a team. And when you look at a lineup, he's a great 2-hole hitter or a guy that you could put at the bottom to help turn that lineup over to have some momentum for your top hitters coming up to the plate.
The 1-0. This one popped up. Solak makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And next for the Cubs, Esteban Quiroz. Walked to open the ball game. Quiroz hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's a native of Mexico. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Players from Mexico City to Baja California have been in the league going back to the 30s. Mexico has been represented every decade for nearly 100 years now and has a strong history in MLB.
Next offering misses, and the count even 1-1. Next one misses, and it's 2-1. And that one hammered. Friedel ranging back, still going back. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And here is Devers. He's 0 for 1. That's in there. Strike one. The pitch. Just off the outside part of the plate. The 1-1. Line drive, and it goes just foul. Heroes, the runner at second with one away. And it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. 2 out.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. 0 for 1 so far. First offering misses the mark.
0-1, no strikes.
And a pitch. Upstairs.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Two outs. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Kyle Schwarber, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. Man on second, 2 down. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
And Boog, I'd say he's due. You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
In there for strike 1. The pitch. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. Center field. Rojas settles underneath it. makes the play, and it's out number 3. Cubs strand a couple, and our score remains 2-1. New inning getting started. In now for the Reds, Jake Fraley.
Jake Fraley.
Cairo back to work. And he takes a strike. Foul ball there. Righty to the plate.
Ball, that's out.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Now, Boog, I'll tell you firsthand, retired players, we miss a lot of things about playing the game in our playing days, but getting drilled by a pitch like that usually isn't something we talk about.
Friedel in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And the 1-0. And there he goes. Bounced up the middle. Bichette whips it to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Now batting, the shortstop, Noel V.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Noel V. Marte. He walked and came around to score his first time up. And that's outside. And a pitch. Swings and misses. And the count is 1-1.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
The 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Next offering way upstairs. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Kwan makes the grab. 2 down.
The third baseman, number 16.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's a speed threat, Nick Solak. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next offering upstairs. And the righty deals. Just missed. The 2-1. And there's a foul ball. And a pitch. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out.
That one was ticketed for the gap, but couldn't get through security. Great job there of leaping, making the catch, and ending the inning.
Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette. He's already homered in this game.
The shortstop, Bo Bichette.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Checks his swing, dribble to the right side, and he takes it himself for the out.
Nice job of deception right there by the pitcher. Got the hitter out there a little bit, couldn't check his swing, and induces a nice little ground out.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Joey Meneses. First pitch, not close. And that one is inside. Ground ball left side and foul ball. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. Two down. Line drive, base hit, right field.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder Brian Reynolds. Doubled in his first AB. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. The pitch. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Kicks and deals. Gonna count 1-2. And he deals. Pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself in the scoring position.
William Contreras to bat next.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one is absolutely belted. Rojas going back, racing back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
And now the catcher comes up to him. William Contreras grounded out his first time. That pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The next offering misses, and that's ball 1. Meneses, the runner at first with 2 gone. Falling behind 2-1.
2-1.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. Fraley going back for it. Hauls it in on the warning track. Cubs leave one. They're down 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, we go to the top of the fifth and ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Spencer Steer. The right-hander back to work. There's the strike.
No, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Riley Thompson throwing and getting ready for David Ross. Weiss getting loose as well. The wind of the pitch. That one's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-2. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Yep, that ball went out.
Three-two now.
3-2.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Rosarena, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Well, these Reds doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They've already earned 5 walks in the game, and of course, that's provided them with a lot of run-scoring opportunities.
1-1.
Runner at first with no outs here. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Throw there. Safe. That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Now the 0-1. Fought off foul. Oh, 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2. This to third. Oh, he gloves it. Fires to first. The tag out.
A quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson. He's 0 for 1. That misses the zone. Ball 1. At the belt and fires.
That's a ball.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
2-0. That's a strike. Righty delivers and fouled off. Man at second. And now the count filled up 3-2. Joey Votto waits on deck. Runner at second, 2 down. And down on strikes, and that is that. So 1 left for Cincinnati. They lead it 2-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan.
Here comes a pitch. And it's fouled away. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Well, he didn't miss by much right there, but it was just enough to clip him on the way in.
Second baseman.
Back to the top of the lineup, Esteban Quiroz, the next Cub to hit. In for a strike, 0-1. The pitch. He swings and fouls one off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
And here it comes. And now 1-2. In the air, out towards left center. Pulls it in on the run. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Devers now.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
That misses off the outside edge. Kwan leads off first with 1 away. The next pitch misses. Now 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And now the lefty fouled off. He was late.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
2-1 now. And that one wrapped foul. Here's a 2-2. And that misses off the outside edge.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with a three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Got him looking. And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. This guy with light tower power. Chop to third. Throw over to Votto, and they take care of Stanton for the out. That's the third out. One left for the Cubs, and they trail it here 2-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Riley Thompson.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
And here's the first baseman, Joey Votto.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
The wind and the pitch. Way high. Thompson measures 6 feet 4 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a two-seamer. The 1-0. There's the strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Left-hand batter waits. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Devers makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jake Fraley.
So up next, Jake Fraley. Right side, and that's just foul. And the 0-1. Started to swing, held up. Ball to strike. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. On the ground to Devers. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now batting, right fielder, TJ Friedel.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And the batter now, TJ Friedel. Friedel, in his second season, 27 years old, usually in left, but today he's starting in right field. That one down the line. And, oh no, it's out of play. Just a terrible throw there.
No problem fielding that one, and the transfer looked good, but man, he sailed it across the diamond and out of play. It looked like he just tried to put too much behind it. Cost him an extra base, too.
Man at second here with 2 away. And now the shortstop, MLB Marte.
Well, the big play, in my opinion, from right field is that throw from right field to third base. Longest one in the game, and you got to have a pretty strong arm. Hopefully he can play that one hop nicely if he has an opportunity to throw out a runner.
And now the 0-1. And a strike.
0-2.
Oh, and 2 now. A little bit low.
It's a good take.
Check swing. No appeal. 2-2.
That pitch wasn't even close, and they still got a check swing out of it. He's going to have to make an adjustment and make it fast.
The 2-2 now. Down the line towards the corner. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. So no runs, no hits, and 1 error, but they leave him stranded. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Reds 2 and the Cubs 1. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber measures 6 feet even, 230 pounds, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. Lodolo back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. TJ Antone appears to be getting loose. Farmer getting cranked up as well. The 0-1.
No, inside.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate, where this guy could do some real damage.
1-1 now. There's a strike. That's off the mark. It's 2-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Next offering misses. 3-2 now. Bo Bichette on deck for the Cubs. Left-hand hitter waits. Goes down looking.
Now batting.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. He's already homered here in this one. And that's a fair ball.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. He kind of muscled that one out there. Didn't get the barrel with it, but the important part was that he found a way to stay through the baseball and just drop it into center field.
And now the DH, Joey Meneses, 1 for 2. Step off throw to first. Back standing. He's in there safely. And first offering is fouled off. Bichette, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. strike two.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Outside.
2 strikes.
And now it's 1-2. Just a weak fly ball this time. That one gets down for a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
That one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And strike two.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So first and second with 2 outs. William Contreras getting ready to hit.
Almost drove one out of here last time up. Flied out to the warning track.
Ball 1, no strikes. And that's a little bit high.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Two 2-0 to count. Here it comes. And that one pulled foul. 2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second. Check swing. Went around. And the count is 2-2. Kicks and fires. Got him. That's the 3rd out. Inning over.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 7th. In now for the Reds, Nick Solak.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Line to left. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
Now batting, second baseman, Spencer.
So digging in, Spencer Steer.
He's going.
Runner takes off. Line drive, base hit. Solak rounds second on his way to 3rd. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Randy Arozarena now at the plate. 1 for 3.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And that's in there for strike one.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And the right-hander deals. And ball one. No outs. Runners at first and third. On the ground to short, could be two. Bichette over to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play. Next for Cincinnati, Johan Rojas. That one's in there, 0-1. Line drive, base hit. The run scores from third. It's 3-1. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
Here's the catcher to hit, Tyler Stevenson.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
The pitch.
No ball,
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And a pitch. Just missed. Stevenson tries to hold up, appeal to first, and Gary Simmons punches him out. That's a strikeout. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, T.J. Antone. This guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Reds, number 70, T.J. Antone.
So digging in, Stephen Kwan. Good contact guy, good defender. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Next pitch is popped up. Solak makes the grab, one away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Now it's the second baseman, Esteban Quiroz.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely, if he's doing damage. Now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But, yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
And a foul ball.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Righty to the plate. And now it's filled up. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. That one the other way. Fair ball.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Rafael Devers up to hit. Swing and a chopper. Throw over to Votto, and Devers is set down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. First pitch just misses. Outside corner, there's a strike. The tying run at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. Gathers and throws, and very nicely done for the out.
Making it look easy at the keystone position. Definitely worth another look. He'll get some high fives when he gets into the dugout.
Welcome back. We go to the 8th, and now the first baseman, Joey Votto.
19, Joey Votto.
New pitcher on now, Ryan Weiss. He comes on for the 35th time this year.
Number 69, Ryan Weiss.
And the pitch. There's a strike. Inside, just missed. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
The 2-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And the 3-1. And he walked him.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So a man aboard. Jake Fraley will hit next. Towards first. To second, there's one. Drops it, but they're saying it was on the transfer.
The batter, the right fielder, T.J. Friedel.
T.J. Friedel, the next to hit for the Reds. And a foul ball. In the air, center field. Reynolds gets under it and makes the grab. And there's two away. So two down now, and here is MLB Marte. Slider clips the zone. Fraley off of first with two away. Runner takes off. Foul ball there. Oh, 0-2 now. This one popped up. Bichette under it. Drops into the glove. And that'll do it. Reds leave one. And the score stays 3-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Alexis Diaz.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. The pitch. Ball one, no strikes.
You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
Good hitters count the 2-0. That one hammered center field. That's back. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. Kyle Schwarber goes deep, and they cut into the deficit. It's 3-2.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Now here is Bichette. Check swing, appeal to first, and he won around. Just enough that time. Here comes the 0-1. And a foul ball.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes. The 0-2.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a ground ball out to short. One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Joey Meneses, the next Cub to hit. On the ground to third. Down the line, and it's foul. And it's 1-1. Action in the pen down there. Zach Jackson getting loose out there. The wide to kick the pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. Here's a 1-2. On the ground to third. Solak whips a throw to first. That's it out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Here's the center fielder, Brian Reynolds. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Ball one there.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
The 1-0. Sliced hard but foul. And now 2 balls and a strike. Slider misses outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away. You get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
The 3-1. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, with the tie and run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Next pitch is outside. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. And the righty deals.
Ball 3.
Stephen Kwan waiting for a turn at the plate. Right-handed reliever. And that's ball 4.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way off.
Ronaldo Lopez taking over on the mound.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these guys better be ready to swing the bats.
So 2 down. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
There's a strike. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Lucas Sims, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Right back to him on the mound. In plenty of time to first. That's the inning. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. All set to start the 9th in this one. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Nick Solak. And the pitch. On the outside corner, 0-1. Weiss, a 6'4" righty, 210 pounds, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. 0-1 now. And there's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Steer in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. And the 1-0. Good eye right there.
2-0.
To the right side. He'll do it himself. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead.
The designated hitter,
Randy Arozarena, the next to hit for the Reds.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
And the first offering is not close. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Fly ball to right. Stanton makes the grab, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, due up. It's the Reds 3 and the Cubs 2. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Lucas Sims.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Esteban Quiroz.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat, opposite field knock. It's so important to stay within yourself, especially for this hitter. Not known to be a power guy or a home run hitter. He needs to set the table by getting on with a walk or a base hit.
The pitch. And a good eye there.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
In for a strike, and a count 1-1.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Here's a 1-1. That clips a corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kicks and deals. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Line drive. Off the scoreboard and out of here. A mammoth blast to right. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore.
Here's Rafael Devers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
Up the middle. Slides. He's got it. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
The batter, the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Here's Stanton now.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. All tied up here in the last half of inning number 9. And he deals. Off the mark there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Pulls that one foul.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Righty delivers. Got him swinging. 2 gone.
the first baseman.
So now it's the
12,
Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Kyle Schwarber.
Well, one swing's a lot easier than getting 2 or 3 hits to win this ball game. You better believe he's going to be all in to hit the ball over the fence somewhere.
Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur. Cubs get one on the solo shot. We're tied now at 3 apiece. You're dialed into the show. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Zach Jackson.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
Now the number 2 hitter, Johan Rojas.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field. Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the 9th. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button. Try to get some more runs and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Here comes a pitch. That one finds the corner. Strike 1. Runner edges away at second. And that's in for a strike.
He's clearly out there throwing pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him. No big deal.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. That's inside, and that's ball 1.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against it.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No, he held up. Intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility with 1 away and runners at first and second. 1 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Joey Votto. First offering misses badly for ball 1.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Got him. That's the second out.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Here's the left fielder, Jake Fraley. That one off the mark, and that is ball one. At the belt and fires. And now 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
There's a strike, and it's 2-1. Arozarena over at second. Stevenson at first. 2 out of the inning. And that one moves his feet.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And a pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Contreras makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Reds strand a couple, so no change in the score. It's 3-3. On to the bottom of the 10th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Sims back to work. Swing and a miss. So a big opportunity here with the score tied and that runner on second to start the bottom of the inning.
Yeah, and you know they're eager to cash in. You just don't want to come out of your shoes and make a mistake. Got to play this smart.
And there's the strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Got him swinging.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
And next is the designated hitter, Joey Meneses. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. One away, and the game-winning run stands at second. In there at the knees.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And that's downstairs and outside. Slice to right. And it stays fair. Here comes Schwarber around third. Across is the winning run, and the Cubs walk it off in extra innings.
You know, he had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
For 4-3 our final score. So the Cubs celebrate at the plate. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 4 runs on 10 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For the Reds, 3 runs, 5 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 40 minutes.